today because today is not close to the last day of the month of May, but it is our 620 CKRM Spring Country Cookout Wrap-Up. This is the final one for the spring seeding season. So we have been all over, I'm going to use this term because farmers know this one, Hell's Half Acre of Saskatchewan, spreading lots of goodwill and seeing different communities and different people. And having just come back from Toronto, it's good to see some faces that look like us. We're not in fancy business suits, walking around, looking at our phones. We hope that we have your full attention for tonight because it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to meet lots of new people to our Andrews family. So thank you for entering, or whomever entered to win this contest. Was it you, Jada, back there? So you've gotten in with the sponsor. Very nice. There's no guesswork there. I think the reason, and one of the best reasons that we're here, is you're nice and close, you're a great family, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders don't want to leave town too far.
We were just in Saskatoon, Gloria.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean. Now that you're home, you don't want to go too far away. So we're really happy to be here. I think that this is going to be a fun night and everybody is going to enjoy themselves. So we've got great food. Perry's going to go through a list of the sponsors that are here. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the folks that we have here from 620 CKRM in no certain order. So I'm going to start with Perry Nias right here. Perry's enjoying a huge career in radio, not only as a broadcaster, but now on the sales part of things, and is really one of the guys that makes the station tick. Right along with him is another icon of 620 CKRM as we celebrate our 100th birthday, and that is Colin Lovequist.
Boo!
And then right next to Colin, we have a generally speaking newer member and unsung hero of the radio station, because it's not just about the announcers, as our friends from the Roughriders will tell you, it's about all the other team members that are here. So Jen works behind the scenes doing so many things and is part and parcel one of the people that's going to make our 100th anniversary a huge success. If you haven't got your tickets for that and you still want to come, July 18th is the day. So hopefully you're not harvesting, branding, or selling boots at the counter or whatever you're doing. All right, and as we kind of go through the crowd here, just a special shout out to Landon Van Everdink, who actually drove me out here. Yeah, because I was telling him which direction to go, and I said I would never be a side seat driver again after driving around with Cody Glyden and Ryan Young, who's right over here. So Landon is in the sales department. He works with Perry, and Ryan is our agriculture director. So you hear him every day at noon and sometimes on the weekends. Then right behind him is Sam, who is part of the promotions or the experience. Now, I don't know exactly what kind of experience Sam is going to have tonight, but he could be cutting up the roast beef. And then right next to him, Martin Olhus, who is one of our reporters who's out there doing reporting, and occasionally you'll see him striking a pose for GQ magazine. And then we come, and speaking of GQ magazine, we come right over here and we've got Nick. Nick Catchmar is our he's a utility player. He goes out on remotes, he started out on the air, and then he found his way to promotions, and then presto, here he is. Some of the other outliners happen to be me, I guess.
Shannon came.
Oh, Shannon, yes. Shannon's right there in front of me and blending. So Shannon, come on up here. So everybody, you see who you are.
Hey, Shannon!
Sask Today, so that's our digital platform, and so she also works there and getting to know everybody, some new clients, if you'd like to talk to her about advertising, maybe a livestock auction or some kind of, if you're having any kind of thing like that, she'll be able to do that. And, oh, hello. And I'm Gloria Evans. So along with Perry and Colin and I, and Cody Glyden sends his regards. He's down in Assiniboia. We bring to CKRM hopefully a smile through the day for you. And I know I've been at the station for 15 years now. 40 years in radio, started at CK Radio back when it was CKIT and 620 CK. So I know some familiar faces around town. One of them, just to let you know, Justin LaBrash right here. He's the entertainment for the evening, and you were like 14 when I met you, or you were a dad, so whatever. And
Oh,
do I get to introduce them? Come on in, guys. So happy to see you. Good to see you.
Look who we got.
Yeah, all right, so here's your surprise, folks. Not just the ever-popular Craig Reynolds and Kevin Klive, but right here, Lake Korte-Moore and AJ Ouellette.
yeah.
Well, thank you, Gordon. When you were talking about entertainment, the way you were talking about Nick there, I thought maybe you were the entertainment. But I see the table's full of food, so we won't have any dancing yet. So it's our privilege for over 40 years to come out to communities. We do 16 every year, 8 in the spring, 8 in the fall, and we can't do it without sponsors. So I'm going to acknowledge some of the sponsors, and while they're here, folks, if you ever want to ask them questions about what they do, this is your chance. We're going to start with Brian Golly, who's on CKRM a couple times every day with everything that is to know about making money. And I heard them teasing you on the sports cage, Golly.
Yeah, what did they say?
Well, you probably know, because you sent a little text in there, and you were commenting on what happened in the CFL today, and I think it's appropriate time to give a little bit of advice. And what was your advice when that revenue came in? What was your advice that you said on the sports cage?
I said spend it wisely.
And of course, somebody from Smart Investing Solutions, that's what they would say. Brian, quickly, what's the number one question that farmers are asking you right now?
Well, what we're seeing out there is, especially with a lot of small business owners, a lot of these farms are incorporating. We're seeing all across Saskatchewan, and what we're seeing is that the legal industry, the accounting industry, and quite frankly, my industry as well, haven't kept up with the phenomenal growth that we've seen in the agriculture industry over the last 20, 30 years. So we've made a very special effort to make sure we're partnering with the right people to help people, because what we're seeing out there is that people are incorporating and they're running great year to year, and they're being able to save some tax and save and that kind of thing. When it comes to transition or estate planning, it's an absolute mess, and it can be a huge tax liability as well. So we're helping people actually for that transition process to make sure those things are set up and the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, those kind of things. So if we can help you, please let us know. And that's what we've been focusing on over the last number of years, and we're going from there.
I appreciate you, Brian. So he's a good guy to visit with. Let's bring up Aaron. Aaron from McBids. McBids is a brand new company with a pile of experience. So Aaron, we're so thrilled for you. I understand the new building is just about ready to go. So when does McBids officially open?
Well, we're officially open, but the grand opening for our new building will be June 27th. And we actually started moving stuff into the yard today. So they got the reclaim down on the whole pad, and things are happening.
So I talked a little bit about experience. Tell me about the ownership group.
Well, I'm fortunate to have known and been friends with Lauren McDougall for a number of years. And Lauren and Terry McDougall and myself and Lauren's youngest daughter Tamara partnered to start McBids and fill a little gap in the industry that we feel was exposed, and there's room for everybody. So
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, thank you for your sponsorship, and thanks for coming out, Aaron.
Thank you.
And now we have the CFO of Croft Electric here. Chastity, are you coming up? They didn't set that up.
I forgot my futures off.
We had to have a little bit of fun.
I'm just a neighbor.
So this is a gentleman. As we celebrate our 100th year, I'm learning a lot, even after being there for, I guess I'm in my 43rd year, but out by the towers, when you come up on Highway 6, you'll see some buildings there. I did not know this, but people actually lived in those buildings 24 hours a day to keep those going. Now, the reason I bring that up is, much later, this gentleman played a huge role in doing the electrical work for our company. His name's Dan Crofts from Croft Electric. So thanks for being a sponsor, and thanks for all the work you've done for us.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, and thanks for letting us come out to the farm today. And same as Brian, if we're here, we can help you. I'm literally 2 miles away. You know where I am. Give me a call. But you know, similar to what Brian's talking about, his farms grow. They grow in electrical capacity and electrical needs. Whether it's grain dryers, bin dryers, whatever it is, you need more power. So backup generators, we do it all. So give us a call.
Yeah, and you can talk to Dan or the CFO
Yeah,
there
talk
if
to
you want
Shaf.
to.
Most people would rather talk to her.
So a gentleman that I believe I had to do an on-location broadcast for many, many decades ago, probably one of the first times I met you, Randy. Come on up. Randy LaMontagne from Cowtown, and we've been all over Saskatchewan, as Roy said. And Randy, let me tell you, there's a lot of guys that want to buy coveralls, or at least need to buy coveralls. We've been all over the place. So thank you for sponsoring our special country cookouts, and tell us a little bit about what's going on at Cowtown.
Well, just kind of same old, busy all the time. New spring stock arriving and new lines of boots coming in right away. They changed the market. We used to go to Denver every year in January for, 25, 30 years. And they've changed it now this year. It's opened up in Dallas. So we went to Dallas for the first time, found some new vendors, some new boot suppliers I'm pretty excited about. And they're actually just shipping. Our first load just came into the Swift Current store here the other day. And the Regina store should be getting theirs right away, and the other two to follow.
Yeah, well, congratulations, and thank you for listening. I understand most of your life. Tell me about your favorite memory of listening to CKRM.
Well, the one I said on the radio, yeah. We had an old 820 John Deere tractor we used to call putt putt, because that's the sound it made going up the hills. Putt 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 putt, going up. And Dad welded a radio onto the fender, so it was a big old freaking floppy aerial, so we could listen to CKRM when we were out there calling meeting.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Randy. Thanks for sharing your story. I love that. We've had some incredible stories. We've had a few guys that kind of jerks too. Like one guy left a message here the other day. I think Nias was there when he turned it on. Thank you very much. And we have one other special guest that made a big effort to be here today. Anita, come on up. Anita Warner here. I want to tell you about this because on the farms we go to, people are always looking for opportunities, and this is really cool. Anita represents International Rural Exchange Canada. So tell us a little bit about what you do and how you're helping people work around the globe.
Excellent. So we have two programs. One is our inbound program where people come from Western Europe, Australia, New Zealand to work on farms like yours. So we have about 250 people coming in a year to do that. They have skills, they're trained farmers. And so that's a great program that's been going for over 40 years. Simultaneously, we have an outbound program where we send young Canadians out to do similar work in other countries, mostly Australia, New Zealand, and Western Europe again, but also Japan and Korea. And also we have opportunities in hospitality and other things besides agriculture in overseas opportunities. So that's for young adults aged 18 to 35. It's a great thing to do after high school or after university before you take over the farm, or if you just don't know what you're doing. It's a really good program, really well supported, and we try to make it as affordable as possible. We're a nonprofit, so we're here to support Canadian agriculture and Canadian young people who are, some of which are struggling now with the labor market. So it's a great way to kind of beat the labor market. So it's really nice to be here. If you're interested in hosting or know someone that might want to travel, please come talk to me.
Appreciate you. And appreciate the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Craig, normally I wouldn't do this, put you on the spot. Would you come up for just a second if you don't mind?
Sing!
I'm so thrilled
Sing a song!
to have you here today after the successful event in Saskatoon that not only our football team but our whole province can really be proud of.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Craig, you always put me on the spot.
I have done that.
And you like it.
Sorry about that. But
No,
I do
no,
appreciate everything that the Saskatchewan Roughriders is doing for the community, but also football across Saskatchewan. I know some of the people who are really fans of your work, we get to go to the Dogs Breakfast, they acknowledge you there, but I know it's important for the Riders to be part of the community.
100%. Yeah, I'll get back to Saskatoon. What an event that was, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, because it was awesome to be up there. The atmosphere was incredible. Just great fans in Saskatoon, and they showed up there, and it was just an amazing day, and you couldn't script it any better. Beautiful day. The Husky in his last game, playing for his hometown professional team, scores a game-winning touchdown. crowd goes nuts. So it's awesome. But yeah, no, it's super important for us to get out in the community. Like these guys are incredible. Like AJ and Lake, like, and they're not alone. Like our guys just like 300 days of the year, our guys are out doing some sort of community appearance. So, you know, I'm not very good at math, but 303 out of 365 is a lot. So yeah, they do a lot of work in the community. I'm really proud of them guys.
Proud of you guys and all your team. Congratulations, and we're looking forward to an exciting year. Maybe one more cup in a row would be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? That's what these guys are gonna get after here right away.
Thank you. So, folks, thank you very much. We're gonna get everybody up. There's only, I guess, maybe one rule for the buffet, and that's do not get behind Nias or Lundquist at the buffet. Other than that, anything goes. So, our winners, if you'd be kind enough to start, everything's hot, everything's ready to go. Don't be shy. Sometimes we start, everybody kind of waits around, but dive in there. There's lots of food and enjoy yourself. And we're gonna have some entertainment here in just a couple minutes. So, have fun, guys, and thank you very much.